Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the East Rugby Field out here in beautiful Sydney, Australia. My name is Chock. That's all you're going to know me by, and one name only. And welcome back to the Gridiron New South Wales final series. I'm joined in the commentary booth by a very good friend, a great mentor, and the now new head coach of the New South Wales Wolfpack, Mitchell Wallner. Mitch, how you doing?
Always good, mate. Always good for a day of football, and excited to see the two teams collide here today at East. So I think it's a great day for football. We just saw such an incredible round between the Seahawks and the Cubs that I'm looking forward to another star-studded game.
That's right, that's right. So if you was joining us now, in the Opal Bowl this morning, the Rebels ladies went back-to-back against the now known as Rady ladies. I believe the score was 38-6, and then the Sutherland Seahawks in the Kookaburra Bowl toppled the Sydney University Cubs 38-0. So we're looking at a big game right now. We're looking at the Sydney Uni Lions, who finished third on the ladder, up against the North Sydney Rebels, who finished fourth. As you can see there, Lions had 6 wins, 3 losses. The Rebels had 4 wins, 4 losses throughout the season. Mitch, what are your thoughts? Let's go to the Lions first.
Well, the Lions are always fundamentally sound. They got a lot of dimensions that their offense can operate in, you know, obscure formations, and they're well coached under the head coach there, Jonathan Hepner. Not afraid to try some unconventional things to try and get the job done. But then there's also, if we jump over the Rebels, like, look, doesn't love a dark horse, right? They usurped the UNSW Raiders last week to make a place in this final, and they've been known as battlers, and I think they'll continue to battle through this. The story for me really is Lucas Vonya, who went from the UNSW Raiders team previously to now playing in this game in the championship after beating his team last week. I'm incredibly excited to see what the offense of both teams can do, and expect it to be a battle across the board. Yeah,
that's right. I think the offense of both teams is going to be the big show of that today. Obviously on the Sydney University Lions side, with number 6 Jordan Nakora leading the charge there at quarterback. But they do run that interesting double play where they've got Mitch Kirk, number 2, who also slots in at running back but can also throw the ball. Mitch Kirk is the next Rebels player, Mitch.
Yeah, I think it's particularly interesting to see look, reflectively so, if you do look at Mitch Kirk, he does look a bit like a little lion, so it kind of works out all right in the scheme of things. But the interesting challenge with their offense is that it's multitudinal. So you're going to see, I think they actually have 3 or 4 people on their offense who can pass the ball. So there's going to be, I guess, some secrets built into this offense to allow them to, you know, put themselves in a situation to compete and win when it's going to be unexpected. So I would not be surprised if we saw some things like either Philly special-esque or, you know, some double pass plays that are really going to drive the offense in those situations and keep them honest. Yeah,
no, 100% agree. I think, so for me, looking at the Rebels, I think my key players, and Mitch, I'll throw it to you, you can get your opinion on it. My key players are definitely, as you said, the quarterback there, Lucas Wojnar, that's it, yeah, Lucas Wojnar. That's right, a quarterback who was playing at the Raiders for a few years, moved over to the Rebels and has really excelled in his game. But I also think as well, 2 of the other big players there on the defensive side of the ball, Josh McCarthy, who can slot in at either linebacker, safety, or cornerback. And then, of course, we've been down this road before, Mitch, William Bartels. For anyone who watched the 2019 Waratah Bowl, you would have heard Bartels got the final score in there. So those are my 3 key players in the Rebels there. What do you think, Mitch?
I've got a soft spot for the ex-UTS player, Guy McKinnon. You know, no harm, no foul. Moving to the North Shore is a pretty place, and him deciding to find his home at the Rebels is a good thing to see people in the sport. There's also, I think, just a lot of players who are in it for the boys, and you see that with the likes of, you know, Stephen Armstrong, the club founder, through to Tate, Myers, Jacob Edwards. You know, I just think it's going to be one of those teams that gets together to get after it, and I'm incredibly excited to see all the individuals. Special mention to Mitch King, who's played for Colts and has moved all the way through, has been a consistent contributor to teams throughout the years.
Yeah, no, I think you know, there's a lot of good players there that we've outlined. You know, like you said, the Rebels are a type of team that will, you know, do it for their brothers on the sideline. You know, those 25, 30 blokes that are standing on the sideline with them there, they would do it for each other, and that's, I think personally. I think that's going to set them apart from the Lions here today. But in saying that, Sydney Uni Lions are looking for their 18th, I think, 18th or 19th title.
I gave up counting, to be honest, boss.
18th or 19th title. So yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting here, as we have the referees lining up for one final photo shoot before the captains walk out for the coin toss. And for the Sydney Uni Lions as captain, we've got. Let me just have a look and see. I believe we have Harrison Crook there. We've also got number 90, I can't see, Jordan Nakora, and then I believe that's Keenan Mackett, who's just kneeling down, stretching at the moment. So got those boys there, about to walk out there from the Lions, who are closest to us. And on the far side there, we've got the Rebels captains. I believe Guy McKinnon's in at captain as well, Peaky, and my eyes do not deceive me, I believe that's William Bartels as well in at captain, about to walk out for the coin toss here.
I'm fairly sure that number 90 is Job Amanamoy. So
Eamon's younger brother. Yeah, okay. All right, Mitch, just before the coin toss, let's get predictions here. What are you thinking?
I've never been good at predictions, mate. I think that the Lions have a benefit of depth. I think the Rebels have a bit of a smaller squad, and that might hurt as it gets further into the game. I think from a versatility point of view, you know, the Lions eke out that a little bit. But, you know, I was saying that about the Rebels last week and I was wrong. So I think there's an element here of what they're able to show versus what they've been working on, and a whole range of different things. It's going to be an incredible game. And, you know, we saw that in the previous game as well. The Seahawks have been consistently dominating teams by close to 50-plus points. And while, you know, they only scored 38, they still took a while to get into sort of things. And I think, you know, if you let the Rebels into the game, they'll into the game. So my belief, if the Lions get up early, it's going to be hard to recover from. But if they let the Rebels stay in, they're gonna find that mongrel in them and get after it.
Yeah, I think.
What about yourself?
I think you're right there. I think my tip. Look, I'll throw a tip in because, you know, why not? I think the Rebels are the dark horse here. I did see the Rebels play last against the Raiders, and obviously we played against the Lions there. The Lions are looking pretty good. Between you and I think Jordan Nakora may be a little bit banged up on his knee, so his scramble ability might be a bit limited today. But in saying that, he has been, you know, taking a week of R&R and looking after himself. So we'll see how that plays out. On the Rebels side of the ball, like you said, you know, if they don't go down early, these boys will put up a very, very good fight. And I think the Rebels might pull it out of the bag here. It might be a very close game. I think it's a one-score game, and I'm going to say the Rebels take this one.
I like the confidence, Choc. I do. I do. I'm excited.
I am very excited. It's a beautiful football, as you said, out here at East Rugby Field here in the eastern suburb of Sydney, as we just await the final preparation before the coin toss here. As you can see there, we've got our Sydney University Lions, the captains there, just, you know, doing the final checks. We've got Keenan Mackett, number 9, number 6, Jordan Nakora, obviously the quarterback, number 70, Harrison Crook, also the club president. And over to the left of Harrison Crook there, we've got Job Amakamoy. I think I might have butchered that last name.
You did.
I did. And obviously from the Rebel side of the ball, from left to right, we've got William Bartels there, number 7. Number 50, Ryan O'Grady. We've got Guy McKinnon at 56. And Mitch King in there, 27, captain. So look at that. Good to see him. You and I have had the experience of coaching Mitch King before at the state level.
Exactly.
Great player.
There's a fair bit of love there as well, because Mitch King's from the Central Coast, and both Harrison and Jordan are both Central Coast based as well. So I think there's a significant focus next year in the recovery of the Central Coast Sharks team and what that looks like, and I believe those guys will be leading the charge on getting that team up and running again, which looks like they're well suited based on the experience they're about to have here.
That's it, that's right. We've got Brian Harwood there in at white today, our head referee. And obviously Rampage, the LA Rams mascot there, just, you know, taking in the sights and sounds.
Get it, because it's a play on words because of Rams, right?
Yeah, that's right. Because of the Rams.
Rams, a Rampage, good. It's very, very punny. I think we should make the change that officials are allowed to ref in mascot uniforms.
I think that would be a fantastic idea. Get them to wear big zebra heads.
That's it. Group them together.
So as the Rebels are the away team,
Rampage makes the coin toss.
Right.
And it is a... Oh! On the toss!
And Bartels has finally won a toss.
You've got to take the win by the time. You've got to take it. You've got to take it. Okay, which way do you want to give?
By the sounds of it here, it looks like the Rebels are going to put their rocks out on the field first and put the Sydney Uni defense to play.
It's an interesting statistical chance, Chuck, but there's an element of if you score first, you have a higher percentage chance of winning. That I'm always excited to do.
And it's that momentum changer. You know, you put that sort of idea in the minds of the defense of the other side of, okay, we're down now and we need to really step back and find our way to get back up on top.
So we'll see the excited Harrison Crook, who's known for a speech he gave at a Wolverines about a game of inches, and he gets very excited and is a very loud contributor on the sidelines. So we'll look for the Sydney Uni Lions to kick off and the Rebels receive to put the offense on the field.
That's right, and he's just got my friends up here on the beautiful sky deck here at East Rugby Field. We've got a very big Rebels contingent just going bananas next to us, which is good. And you know, it's good to see some support for them. As we get some final checks in, Coach Hepner there just talking to his special teams, just running them through some final checks, making sure the boys are good to go.
Let's go. Let's go, baby.
See there, number 7, William Butt's probably going to be one of the game changers here. Does it all, that guy. Return to punts, play safety, receiver, jack of all.
Fan favourite of McCarthy there, 48, ready to go and play. He's known for his short stature but mean demeanour.
That's right, that's right. He's migrated a bit further into the line in the last few years. He was playing safety, a cornerback, and now I've seen him get reps at linebacker, so he's doing well for himself.
It's always the size differential. The slower they are, the we move them into the middle of the field.
Is that why I got moved?
That is exactly why I got moved into the middle of the field. Safety.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are
chase
off.
Received by Bartels.
With the 2022 Waratah Bowl, Bartels taking it out to the right. We're looking at about the 39-yard line, potentially the 40-yard line. Great return. Little chip from the Lions, and we see Lucas Waratah there, number 2, coming out to lead offense. Of course, coached by Paul Monero, ex-Raiders coach, Australian offensive line coach, ex-coach.
I think the list of his accolades extend far beyond what we could document in this conversation.
Right.
Coming out in the spread offense by default, it's interesting to see. There's a bit of 6 as a tall ball. Let's look if they try and isolate him on their side. Quarters offense, nice run to get the ball started, gets stuffed back, makes a couple of yards post contact anyway. Incredibly good drive to bring it up to, I think it's 2nd and 8.
7 or 8, yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Second.
That's John Berry there in at running back, getting some little yards in.
He's very good, John.
He is very good indeed. All right, 2nd down here.
I think we'll start to see some play action off the back of this. They're going to come down hard on the run. We're going to see another run inside. Great run into space.
There we go.
Miss it on a tackle. Still running, caught up.
Got the first. And
held up.
But that is the first.
That's
first
still
down
a first down, and great cutback against the flow of the O-line there. It was incredibly well played.
That's right there. So you see he's come through. Snap to Wojnar. Wojnar just hands it off. Steps in, steps out, steps back in again, makes Kirk miss. You got number net there coming in, number 4, to finish off the tackle.
These are incredible testament to the discipline of Sydney defence, that they were hustling around that ball even though someone had already secured the tackle. And I think you can see on the screen now, in round 3 this year, the Lions only eked out the Rebels by 4 points, so by no means is this a gimme game. I'm excited to see what the Rebels put up in the situation.
Yeah, 100% agree.
Lucas looks incredibly calm and looks like he's in control of the field, which is exciting to see.
The handoff here against the running back, and he's stuffed behind the line. Looks like it's going to be 2nd and 11 there, John Berry.
I think now you start to see them crash down on the run. There's the option for play action or a little bit that'll open them up further down the field. I don't think they're going to give up anything big particularly quickly, but there's definitely a view as to what that looks like across the board.
That's right. You saw there Jacob Giles coming through there on the tackle to finish him off in the backfield to stop him.
I like the way the Rebels are running their offense at the moment, keeping everyone on the same page, huddling up, taking their time, not rushing it. They've got a few less people.
Snap to Wojnar. He's dropping back. The first pass of the game he's looking for.
That's a nice ball. He's open.
Bartels. Ooh, Bartels. It just slips the fingertips there.
I think that was totally catchable as well. If you look through what that looks like, it was just a misalignment. Lucas was incredibly patient in the pocket here. No outbound pressure, climbing, good throw, and he's open. He just misses it.
Yeah, Bartel's running from the slot receiver position there, the corner route.
Incredibly tight throw to have to make against that coverage as well. So it was incredibly good to see what that looks like for the QB.
Yeah, that's right. He's trying to get
first step into trips. Let's see what we can do here.
Run again.
I like that. I like the draw. It was a clever decision based on the fact they expected a run. You know, the O-line dropped back. It was just the fact that the linebackers were in the right position to try and make a play. I can't imagine them trying to punt it here. It's a good field position. Again, you've got to risk it to get the biscuit, and I'm pretty sure they're going to go for it.
That's right. Yeah, you got Wojnar coming back out here. It looks like he's going to definitely be going for it. You're inside you're inside their half. 39-yard line. Yeah, it's definitely a good idea to go for it. The trips to the close side here.
Empty. We're seeing empty formation. Looks like they're going to have enough receivers. We're not going to get additional pressure. Delay of game.
You've got a delay of game, I believe. That's a delay of game on the Rebels there. Looks like it's an additional 5-yard penalty, and it is still 4th down.
I think we're going to see a transition now. There's too much risk. They're going to try and punt it. Let's see what they go with here.
Coffin corner here, Mitch.
Oh, look, I just love the hefty lefty at 76 coming in for a big boy punt. That's what I'm excited by.
We always love seeing the big boys come in and do some big plays here.
Anything at all, mate. Running the ball, anything I can get on, I'm always going to be a fan of. Let's see him do it. Little cheeky chip and chase. They're going to try and block it. He gets it through anyway. What a kick.
That is a bomb and a half, and it's gone into the end zone. Yeah. That's going to be a touchback.
Not bad. So it'll bring him out to the 20. It was, incredibly good kick, booming kick there from 76, which is Mitchell Higgins. What a great name.
That's right. All right, and now we see for the first time the Sydney Uni Lions offense to come out there, led by, of course, as I've been saying before, number 6, Jordan Nakora. I think one of the big things about Sydney Uni is they have one of the most well-drilled offensive line. Thoughts?
Yeah, they've had some turnover in the previous years, but from what I've seen with some of the stalwarts like Carberry and some of the young blokes coming up, there's definitely an element that they're able to achieve good things. So let's see whether that comes to fruition in this one. Play calls in, we're in 2-by-2. Strong running back, a little bit of a cheeky motion. See if we can get some action to the outside.
And here we go, Mitchell
try and
Kirk.
dodge, cut back on the inside, open field tackle.
Stiff arm.
Brought down.
And he's tackled just outside here. Looks like it's on the 43-yard line there. Mitchell Kirk, ex-Rebels player, coming through for the first play. Bit of mind games, you think, or it's just, put the best man out there?
I think it's probably just put the best man out there, to be honest. It's pretty hard to catch him when he's going full speed. So
stiff arm
there. It's he's going both ways at the moment as well. So it'll be interesting to see how that position continues moving forward. A little bit of an inside run by a big back here.
Big Hugh Tompkins coming in.
Again, not bad. It was an extra 3-4 yards there, and it'll be what you need to be able to keep the drive alive. So.
Right, and we're looking at 2nd and 8 here, just on the halfway line. Yeah, I think like you said, you know, some of the stalwarts here at Sydney Union on their offensive line are really what's separating them from the rest of the league. You know, Carberry in particular, one of the absolute greats, been around the league since the dawn of time, I guess.
Great empty check here that's trying to make the defense uncomfortable with what they're trying to
57
run.
Bob,
You
57
can see
Bob.
with the double wing backs that they're able to actually run a lot more run action with a running
Check,
quarterback.
check,
Or they're going to get
3-1.
Mitch Kirk or someone else running on a motion. I think we'll see something from 39 here, and we're going to get a delay game. Couple of mental errors again.
And some would say it'd be, you know, the aura of the bowl game, you know, just the nerves and the jitteriness. But Sydney Uni have been here before a lot of times.
Yeah, I think the bold assertion is that they're the same teams every year. You know, you're always going to have a fairly high turnover. You've got new guys in there that are making different decisions.
87
making
Bob, 87 Bob.
sure everyone's on the same page is challenging itself. That's right.
Ready.
So we go again, we get the empty check with the motion to Kirk. Kirk runs around, and it's going to be a run from Nakora. Spreads out to the left, gets one stiff arm, and he only makes it back just to the down marker. And looks like that's going to be about 3rd and 10 on the 44-yard line.
Great play by Josh McCarthy there to see that and come down from safety. There's all of the smoke and mirrors there as well. There's fake motion trying to get the QB out in the open and understand what they're trying to do.
McCarthy just came down at blinding speed to come and make that tackle.
Managed to avoid a stiff arm as well. That was an advantage of his height versus the runner.
That's right.
Here we go. 87 Bob, 87 Bob.
We go 2nd and looks like about 9.
Back to trips, bubble screen out, getting blocks in the field, can't separate it out, cutting back inside.
And he's brought down with about 3rd and 2 on the Sydney University 39-yard line.
Be interesting to see what they can do here. I think they'll probably try and get it inside on a run. I know they've got Hugh Tompkins in and they should be able to get what they need to.
That's right, Tompkins checking back in at running back there, that big back number 3.
Ready. Say go.
And looks for a
Quick
pass.
screen.
It's going to be a quick pass. That's it. Sam Darcy, I believe.
Nah, Mitch Kirk.
Mitch Kirk. That's right.
Feel like we'll be saying that name a lot today.
Yeah, I think so. Mitch Kirk has been really killing it for the Lions this year. He's got 26 receptions, 482 yards, 4 touchdowns in receiving. And as a running back, 35 carries, 151 yards, and 2 touchdowns this year. So he's been doing quite well.
It's the difficulty of playing off coverage in 3rd down situations to give up the underneath routes. They're incredibly easy catch and completes. So you're really trying to make sure that you take those away as much as possible. Right. The bunch formation on this side should mess with the man coverage that they're experiencing over the top. It'll be interesting to see what they can do here.
We've got a run here straight up the middle. And that's just a handoff there to the big back, Hugh Tompkins, getting about 3 or 4 yards on the carry.
Big back's an unfair term. I think he's a schmedium back.
Schmedium?
Yeah, he's a speedy slash medium. And again, still good yardage. He just got 3.5, 4 yards. From a lot of noise and a lot of defensive effort, they still haven't been able to stop that inside run with any level of consistency, which increases the complexity.
That's right.
Looks like they're playing a 2-high structure here, which means they're putting a 4-man in the box, a 5-man in the box. It's going to be incredibly hard to stop that run as they come inside.
Tompkins again, stepping out to the right. Runs over, I believe
we're going to see a holding penalty here.
That's right, yeah. So he ran over, I believe it was Ryan O'Grady. But it's going to be a holding penalty. We're going to march it back.
There's quite a vocal Rebels crowd that the holding has been occurring consistently. So it's interesting to see how that comes to fruition.
He's quote unquote doing it all day, sir. Nakora looking over to his offensive coordinator, Josh Lawton, getting the call in. And we're about ready to get this one back
87 Bob, 87 Bob. Ready, say go.
And that looks like could be a false start, I believe so. I believe Brian Harwood's forgotten to turn his microphone on, but that is a false start there. We're marching that one back. And I hope you guys can hear our fantastic Rebel supporters sitting next to us, telling them they're here all day.
It's a bold assertion considering they haven't moved the ball well yet.
Ready, say go.
Here we go, hand off to Tompkins again. Steps in, breaks one tackle and he's going. And he's brought down by McCarthy just inside what looks like, can't see that marker there, I think that's a 20-yard line. Maybe the 22, sorry, 30. 30, there we go. 32, on the 32.
Oh, I don't know what they've done with these yard markers. There's a 20 and a 30 very close together. Particularly problematic.
That's right.
I assume that's the 30, the 20's further down.
That's right there. McCarthy doing well again, coming down from safety and making that tackle.
The issue with the Lions at the moment is they're trying to defend, well, sorry, the issue with the Rebels defending against the Lions is they're having to defend with enough players to be able to stop the pass, and they're then giving up some of the run.
It's a low snap there, little rugby handoff to Kirk. Kirk steps in, and he's brought down by O'Grady, the Rebels captain, to bring up fourth down.
And this is what we're always saying. If the Rebels hold this temperament early, they have a real chance. They continue to maintain the momentum and look at what they're managing with the Lions offense.
That's right.
I expect them to try and go for it here.
Think they're going to try and draw them offside first off?
I think they might try and get a free play and just go verts. It's the only way to stave off some of this defensive speed they have on the line. But no, we're going on a vertical pass here.
And 81 is
Just throwing it up.
Deep. Oh, and he fumbles that just outside of the end zone.
Knocked
a lot of
out
defensive
by
pressure.
number 20. We don't have an up-to-date list, but number 20 played very well.
As you can obviously hear, being told to get some glue on his hands. But look, I think he runs a great route, goes deep, and he's standing just outside the end zone. Ball sitting there with him. It comes down, but I think it's 29, gets him super close. 29, that's Corey Reed. Corey Reed gets super close. I don't know if he gets a hand on it or not. I think maybe the pressure of everything got to, that's Dustin Lalonde. You see Lucas Vojnar back in with his offense. And a handoff here again to John Berry, who buries himself. See what I did there? John Berry
did there.
Buries himself forward. Gets
You don't
the
have
first
to talk
down.
about your funny jokes, Chock. Everyone heard. You don't have to relive it.
Just want to make sure.
That's it. That's it.
Just want to make sure.
Barry did a very good job of burying it.
But in
So
saying that, that's the first down.
that is. It's a scrappy way to get a first down, but I feel like that's often how teams get it done, and this is exciting to see. Great awareness by the Rebels offense to get after the ball. It could have just as easily been a turnover.
That was Jacob Edwards there, a stalwart at the Rebels and
Ex-Outback player.
Outback player, that's right, yeah, and a New South Wales Wolverines player as well.
Three down. Ready,
Has played a game or two.
set,
With a snap here, and it's it's deep. Oh,
That's
and
a
it's live.
backwards pass.
It's live
It's a
as well.
backwards pass. It's a backwards pass.
And that ball's going to be turned over. That's the first turnover of the game there. Jacob Giles diving on that ball. Vojnar putting it just over Berry's head.
I think there's going to be some discussion around whether or not that was a forward pass.
And that is going to be a Sydney University first down.
Big turnover by the Rebels offense there.
Yeah, Vojnar just, he looked over to Berry and put it just a little bit over his head. Berry had to try and get some really big hops on it. See here on the replay there, ball snapped. Vojnar goes to look for Berry on the little out route. Little wheel route, sorry. And Jacob Giles just dives all over it. And that's a Sydney University first down. Now the Uni offense gets another opportunity here, this time inside the opposition half.
And now you can see Mitch Kirk is back at running back this time. So we are going to see some interesting moves
87 Bob, 87
here.
Bob. Ready. So go.
The inside blitz, inside run. They got a lot of space to be able to get it out into the open. And he's a shifty boy when he gets that space to be able to try and do it. Big first down.
That's right. As soon as he starts getting moving, he's very quick on the feet, light on the feet, can step in and out wherever he needs to be, finds the hole, and he cut up the left there to get the first down for Sydney University.
Incredibly exciting. Dynamic player.
And the Lions here are going for a little bit of tempo on it, not too much, just a little bit of tempo.
Ready. So go.
Snap into Nakora. Nakora's taking it. It's going to be a speed option, but he keeps it himself. He steps in, and looks like he's got another first down, I believe.
Yeah, it's hard once they start rolling on this kind of stuff. If you're going to run a 5-man box to defend the run, you're going to have to be incredibly disciplined if you're outside backers and inside Mike, and we're just not seeing that from the Rebels at the moment.
Uni here trips to the left. We've got Kirk in at running back. Play calling from offensive coordinator Josh Lawton. Ready for the snap.
87 Bob, 87 Bob. Ready. So go.
And it's going to be a run to Kirk. Kirk's going to run it straight up the middle.
Looks like they're all in there like a squirm of worms, Chop. There's plenty of people, but not much happening in regards to stopping.
That's right, yeah. It looks like the Sydney University offensive line just really just got up into that defensive line there of the Rebels. Started pushing all the players back. You see 51 there coming in and making a tackle just to try and stop it.
25 yards over 3 plays is a hard thing to be able to recover from at any point in time.
That's right.
You can hear the Rebels faithful get loud as they start to say their defense needs to step up. Hopefully this motivates them. It hasn't worked effectively previously.
Ready. So go.
With the snap to Nakora here, and it's Hugh Tompkins who takes a slip. He slips just at the line of scrimmage there, and
one of the challenges that we have with these turf fields is there's a little bit less traction for backs to make specific cuts, and that's one of those where little bit of a too big a step, and then there you are.
That's right there, the Schmedian back, as you say, Hugh Tompkins, just
Ready.
taking a step off his right foot and slipping down.
Yeah. As they're challenging goal line, though, it'll be interesting to see how the Rebels now starts to adjust their defense. It looks like they've gone down into man pressure, so they're one-on-one man everywhere with a deep safety. It's squatting down on the field. You can see the loudness coming through. Expect an additional blitz. Additional blitz coming through there. Guy is open. Now Jordan's in his most
scrambling out to
here,
the right,
scrambling.
and that's going to be a horse
collar, and it's
and
a
there we go.
15-yard penalty, and it'll be first and goal.
It's a horse collar, 15 yards, first and goal. That was right in front of the ref. We've got our Rebels faithful here up here again, telling the referee that it is quote-unquote football, mate. But there's an illegal tackle in our game here. It's white hat Brian Harwood will come through and give the play call. Oh, here we go. He's turning his mic on now. Good lad.
Personal foul. Number 51 of the defense, horse collar. That's a half distance to the goal, automatic first down.
Daniel Manu coming in there with the horse collar tackle out on the right-hand side here, closest to us. So you see here again, Nakora just sees the pressure, scrambles, and it wasn't in 51, sorry, it was 28. My apologies there.
So that's the quarter as well, Chop. So scoreless first quarter.
We've got a scoreless first quarter. We're looking at the Sydney Uni Lions have first and goal on, what would you say, the 7-yard maybe, 6-yard, along those lines?
Oh yeah, I think it's a bit less than that, but we'll look to see what that is. So it's the first time either team's threatened the goal line, so it'll be interesting to see with the 4 attempts what they look to do, as well as how Sydney Uni's going to come, how the Rebels are going to come out and defend it. I think we'll see a bigger body come in, try and draw some interest on the box, and then trying to attack the outside of the field.
If you're just joining us here again, we are at the end of the first quarter here. It is still 0-0 between the Sydney Uni Lions and the North Sydney Rebels here. Thank you so much for joining us wherever you are watching from, whether it's New South Wales, Australia, or around the globe. We are looking at, I think it's first and 4, first and 5 or so. My name is Chuck, and of course I'm joined here in the broadcast booth by my partner, Mitch Walner.
Platonic partner, Chuck.
Platonic partner. That's correct, that's right.
Thank you.
And you're watching the 2022 Gridiron New South Wales final series. As you see, Sydney Uni stepping up here now for their snap. Got a handoff here to Hugh Tompkins again. They ran the diamond formation. And not much going there. Maybe half a yard, maybe a yard or so. Second down here, second and goal. See the play calls in here. We've got so a fullback and a tailback. And obviously Nakora here in a quarterback.
Ready, set, go.
The handoff again to Hugh Tompkins. No, it's a keep here from Nakora. Nakora stepping in, and it's going to be a touchdown to the University Lions. Sydney Uni get the first jab here in this 2022 Waratah Bowl, going up 6-0 with Jordan Nakora stepping out to the right there and scoring a rushing touchdown.
It's an adjustment on conventional I formation where he's still reading the defense and deciding what he's going to do, and it looked like the guys decided to bite in. You can see here his eyes are to the outside, chucks it round, everyone's missing. There you go. Once the eyes are gone from the quarterback, it's the perfect time for him to be able to try and take it and make a run. He did an incredible job of reading it.
Yeah, that's right. You got Christopher Middlemass, who came through from the Rebels there on the blitz, made the tackle, but unfortunately it was the keeper for Jordan Nakora. As the Lions step up here and slot a field goal, and that is the extra point there. Extra point slotted through by Thomas Duffy, and the Sydney University Lions are up now 7-0 here in early in the second quarter here.
I think the Rebels are definitely within striking distance in response to this. They're just going to have to back themselves coming out on the field. If they get a big return and are able to get their offense in the right spot, I think it's incredibly exciting to see what they're going to be able to achieve.
I think that turnover there is probably just like a little sort of, momentum shifter, but I feel like you're right there. The Rebels can really get back behind themselves. The boys can, back each other up, and we might see the Rebels come out here and put a score, hopefully.
I think one of the big things about both offenses is they do have the ability to strike deep and strike quickly. And so if you're not going to be able to honour those deep routes by anyone, there's always within a chance of being able to go out and make a score.
It's right there. And Sydney University line up ready to kick off here.
Some lined up more ready than others.
That's right. Andrew Bishop here looking to take the kick. Checks, make sure his boys are ready. And it is a little short chip.
Fumble.
And it's a fumble, and
Recovered.
O'Grady dives on it to make sure that
Great choice by the big man. Making the right decision across the board.
That's right. All right, here come the Rebels offense again. Lucas Vojna and his boys heading back out there. You got Will Bartels there, number 7. One of the big difference makers on the Rebels offense. Need to turn it around here and try and get the boys back level again, try and shift the momentum into their favour. Lining up here with the trips formation on the side closest to us.
Down.
I think we'll see another inside run. We're going to try and settle them down. Oh, there you go. Going to battle, go through it. They're going to hustle in.
Swarm defense, and we've got a flag on the field.
Flag from back. Just trying to see what it is.
Got side judge there, Matt Fordham, threw a flag in. Looks like he's letting him know, and Brian Harwood is going to wave that flag off there. So there's going to be no flag on the play. It's going to be second and looks like about 11 or so. A Sydney Uni defense, they swarm. I tell you what, once the tackle's there, look at them. 8-9 bodies to the ball.
Ready. Down.
John Berry getting back, running back again. Vojna steps, and he's looking for the pass, and he's looking for Bartels, and he's got Bartels just on the 41-yard line, but that is a first down for Sydney Uni. tackle there made by Keenan Mack at number 9.
And great composure by Lucas in the pocket there to just take what he got given and go downfield. I don't think there needs to be anything more complex or more simple than exactly what he's doing there. You don't have to win the game in one play. You can take what you get given, and I think that's something that the Rebels offense does incredibly well, is look at those individual gaps in defenses and really start to pursue them. Coming out in spread again, I think if we stay in this too high look, unless there's a really strong reason, we're going to continue to see those outbreaking routes. We're going to continue to try and see that exposure with the one-on-ones on the outside.
Got a run here.
Great
inside.
run in there, so keep moving. Get caught in space. Again, marking forward progress. That looks like it's going to be, we're on 2nd and 3 or 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4, yeah, I think so. Tanaka Giacomo with the run there, stepping in, stepping out, breaking some tackles and getting through to get the Rebels back up.
Incredibly fast transition there as well to be able to do what they need to do there.
Second and 3.
Ready.
Trips into the boundary is an interesting decision. Trying to expose the receiver out to the field side. Again, additional blitz on the run. They're trying to get that chop. Screen pass is particularly interesting, but too much blitz pressure.
Yeah, Jacob Giles coming off the edge there with some absolute pressure, because it looks like I think it was 37, I believe. I think that was Cody Von Cena, who came through the interior, forced the tackle to step in. You see here, Von Cena steps up, comes through, takes away the pressure from the tackle, and then Jacob Giles is free to.
It's particularly interesting with, I think, number 77 there, Martin Waratah. My close friend.
Martin.
He got his hands in the way of that. Empty check, should have someone open. Nice, sack from the outside. Number 99.
Jacob Giles again. He's already got a turnover. He's already got a fumble recovery. He's mounted the pressure before on the last play and he's come through and got the sack that he wanted. And we're looking at 4th and 8 here, just on the Sydney University. Oh no, looking at about the 48-yard line here for the Rebels. And they're bringing out the punt team. And we've got the thick boy in back at punter. Absolute leg on him. That one's coming straight out here, just
but
about.
There is a flag on the play. Waiting to see what the flag is here.
We got white hat here, Brian Harwood, consulting with head coach Jonathan Hepner for the Sydney University Lions, just advising on what the flag could be.
We have a block below the waist. Number 10 of the kicking team. That's a 15-yard penalty. We'll replay 4th down.
So we send them back 15 yards. And it looks like now the Rebels are going to have to punt this from deep within their half. Looks like on the 29-yard line.
Interesting position to try and punt from now, because the hefty lefty here is going to be able to boom it down the field. Probably more likely to get a touchback, nearly offside. They're putting a lot of pressure into this.
And that's a block here by Jacob Giles again. And it looks like it's loose. And is that a uni recovery? That's a uni recovery. My God, Giles is having a monster game already. Sack, fumble recovery, punt block. And now look, he's put his boys on the 5-yard line. 1st and goal.
Yeah, an incredibly tough situation for any defense to be in now. I'm not relishing the position that they're going to be in moving forward.
Saw Kirk there coming on the pressure, and Giles jumping up, hands in the air, makes the block. stumbling around with it, and he's able to get on top of that ball and make the recovery. Jacob Giles killing it today. Too early to call MVP?
It's always too early to call MVP. But it was an incredible show of sportsmanship to be able to get through there and do what he needed to do to help the team be in a strong position. Again, position with Jordan in the backfield and Mitch King inside handoff with a little bit of elusiveness. He's going to be able to keep running. He will get through. He's incredibly elusive. Incredibly hard to tackle as the transition comes in. I can't imagine being in that position.
And there we go. We have another touchdown there. Sydney University. Another rushing touchdown. Mitch Kirk coming through, stepping in, stepping out, stepping in, stepping out. And he's able to get in and score that touchdown there. Look, step off his right, steps off his left in there, spins. He's able to get through for the touchdown there.
It's hard to account for that level of elusivity within a defensive game plan, because once he's out in space, you're really trying to keep him bottled up, and his development as a player is definitely focused on in between those tackles, and he's increasingly developed that capacity to run.
And Duffy slots it through for the extra point, and we now have Sydney University 14, North Sydney 0 here.
And this was a situation we were concerned about the Rebels getting into early in the game, is not being able to get back if there's a significant points differential, and I think that'll be the case. I think to be able to put the offense back on the field now and try and make a strong decision is going to be incredibly hard, and turning the ball over will be a risk. Sydney Uni also tend to smell blood in the water when these things start to do, and they elevate their play. They never want to shy away from it. So I think as they expose the level of weakness, wherever it may be on the field, they'll look to expose it.
Uni lining up here to kick off again. I love number 30, JT, the way he lines up. He always faces away just before the ball's kicked.
Never really understood that idea, but so fielded really quickly. Special teams out to the outside. Incredible break, and this is a good position to try and return from. Again, 2 touchdowns is not in any way insurmountable by the Rebels offense. We're just looking at what they're trying to get done consistently here.
Yeah. William Evans there on the return, picking up about 15 yards or so, and we're going to have a first down on the North Sydney Rebels 42-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10. There we go, the man I was talking about himself, JT, number 30, coming through to make the tackle. There we go, North Sydney stepping in. Here we go, we have an empty set.
Empty looks like it's trying to abridge some of the pressure that's getting put on Lucas at the moment. They're only going to rush 3 with an empty check, buying himself more time, throwing it out. Great ability to score in a really good way to just move the chains.
Lucas there finding Orlando Carr, getting a first down, and that's going to be a 1st and 10 on the Sydney Uni 36-yard line, 37-yard line.
37, yeah, and I think the gap will be here is if they stay in this empty check, it'll be interesting to see how Sydney Uni chooses to address it, because either they're going to start to send pressure, which is going to get Lucas out of the pocket, but at the moment, if he has that long to pass, he's up there with the best of them on the damage he can choose to inflict with different receivers. Back into single back, I'm assuming it's going to be a run. You're going to see inside zone of some description.
Berry here.
Hey, play action over the top, and it's a throw over. Oh,
and that's a little bit too deep for Orlando Carr there. You got Keenan Mackett hunting through. Thought he could smell a pick, but was just not able to get over and put his hands on that ball there.
The 2nd and 10. We've kind of got a couple options. They can either keep shooting deep under the basis that they're going to have to go, or they're going to know that they've got 3 attempts to try and chink your way at it and have another crack. So I think we'll probably see one of those quarters beaters, you know, the bend routes that come from inside to out. I think that's particularly important when you start to see this 2 deep safety look. They're going to try and keep everything in front of them and not just make anything easy for them. You see the pressure coming through. They've got plenty of time to do it. You see that route there.
And they're calling that a catch, and that is going to be another first down for North Sydney Rebels here. That's Sifa Tukutau. I hope I didn't butcher that last name. My apologies. But Sifa Tukutau taking the catch on his knees, just off his knees actually. See, he just sort of bends to the right a bit just to get outside of his defensive back, cuts back in. He's able to make that catch.
It's a great play by the wide receiver there. This is quite a good drive by the Rebels to see what they can do here. Looking to expose again this quarters challenge drive.
Draw play there, and it's a handoff to Berry. And Berry gets up just to about 8 yards or so. We're looking at 2nd and 2.
The Rebels offense does have that benefit that they can score through the air or the ground, and I think in the haste to get out and make sure that they're doing the right thing on the pass, it does open up the draw lanes where you can hand the ball off when the offensive line's pass setting. So you can see Lucas rushing to the huddle there, make sure that there's not too much time being wasted. And then we're walking to the line. I like the tempo of the offense. I know with a few less players that it means that they're not putting their defense directly back on the field against a fairly high-powered offense. So it's quite good to be able to buy themselves time. This is a nice throw.
And it's just out of roll. Fairly out of reach there for, looks like it's number 39, I believe.
28 on the Lions here does an incredibly good job of running and getting him off his spot to make sure that he isn't able to complete the route here. I think you see this.
This is the catch here on the previous play.
Catch on the previous play, apologies.
He takes that just on his knees there, and it is a catch. And move the chains there. But yeah, you're right. Surin Wickramasinghe.
Yeah. Incredible job of getting the guy off his route to try and do the right thing.
Down.
Surin, another stalwart here at Sydney University. He's got the snap here to Vojna, and he hands it off, and it's tackled straight in the backfield. That's Charlie Blaze, who's tackled in the backfield by Martin Ballada. And I believe it could be is that Cody Von Sale? No, that's Jacob Giles, who came in and assisted on the tackle there. Handoff there straight away. They beat the pass. They beat the offensive line, and Ballada comes through and makes the tackle. We're looking at 3rd down here. 3rd down and 2 for the Rebels. What do you think, Mitch? We're going to go deep here, or do you think it's just going to be just to get the first down and move the chains?
I think they're just going to try and run. Like they're known for some of their short and intermediate game. So I'd be surprised if you don't see a screen or a sort of inside run that allows for a bit of a cutback. I think that's what they'd be expecting. A deep shot also has its own merits. It just depends on whether or not the coordinators are in each other's heads. I think a lot of the time the defensive coordinators trying to guess what the offense is doing and vice versa. So we'll wait and see what this looks like.
Personal foul. Number 21 of the defense. Face mask. Half distance to the goal. First down.
Alcides Benitez getting called for a face mask and moving the chains for the Rebels. It's going to be a 1st and goal here. 1st and goal on the 10-yard line for the Rebels.
Ready. Down.
Staying in the same defensive formation. They've got an open guy at the boundary.
And that looks like it could be a turnover. I believe it is a turnover. And it's a Sydney University ball. Rebels got bailed out with that penalty. And on the first play after that penalty, they fumble the ball and they give it back over. That's Sifa Tukutau again. He made a great catch, and then looked like he fumbled the ball at the line of scrimmage. It's a turnover to Sydney University Lions. The defense has been balling out today.
Yeah, they're again, they play fundamentally sound football and recover turnovers and create turnovers, and I think that's incredibly important. I believe that's your boy Jacob Giles who recovered the ball as well, so
He's killing it today.
it's, maybe that MVP nod isn't so far off.
I think so. I think so.
Again, it's still a challenge to drive the field. It's never an easy task to drive from your own 10-yard line, and I think that's what we're going to see Sydney Uni try and do here. I don't expect them to try and do it all at once, but then, you know, who knows what's going to happen here at the moment. We might take a deep shot straight away.
Right, so the trips to the outside there, far side of the screen.
I think they like the one-on-one matchup, but they're happy to try and get through it early.
And, little handoff to Hugh Tompkins just to make about 3 or 4 yards or so. And we're looking at 2nd and 7.
Part of the challenge with the Rebels defense at the moment is that it does look like it's giving them the run, but they're closing it down really quickly. The lighter box and the 3 guys makes it incredibly hard to try and sort through what that looks like.
87 lucky, 87 lucky. Ready. Say go.
Snap and a handoff. Oh, it's a keeper. Keeper for Nakora, and he's tackled right at the line of scrimmage. Tried to step out to his right there, but the contain came through, held him down. It's Mitch King coming through with the tackle.
It was important to see as well, if you watch that play again, that there's a significant space on this side of the field if the handoff had occurred. So it's a challenging one. So we're on 3rd and 7 or 3rd and 6. We're going to see what the Lions are going to show here. So you've got trips into the boundary with an isolation to the field side. We could see speed option because there's a vacation over here.
It's a handoff to Tompkins, and it's
reverse.
a hand back. Reverse to Kirk, and Kirk is going. He's going deep. He's going. McCarthy's getting blocked, and he steps back in. And the ball's fumbled.
And recovered.
Bartels has taken the ball, and he's gone down at the 2-yard line. Wow.
Huge change of pace in the game.
Kirk was ready to score. He stepped back in. He was looking for the end zone. As you see here again, so it's a handoff to Tompkins, a reverse to Kirk. Kirk comes back around, and the entire defense is now having to shift and chase him down. You see McCarthy getting blocked here by Harry Granger. Steps back in, and it looks like Mitch King coming through and punching that ball out with a little peanut punch.
Great play by the young man.
We have a look here. We've got a great angle here, front on. You see Kirk coming through. He steps back inside, away from McCarthy. King comes through with the punch. What an absolute
play.
That is form and a half. That is incredible. And Bartels coming through with the recovery there. And we've got the North Sydney Rebels here. 1st down on their own, what would you say, 3-yard line or so?
Oh, I think it's a bit too close for comfort there, Jock. Whatever it is, it's not comfortable, let's be honest.
Definitely not, no. But Mitch King with a great play there. And we have the Zebra Committee again meeting in the middle of the field there, coming through and discussing a flag field. We've got some laundry. Of course, we've got Brian Harwood, we've got David Main. Our
little bit of dazzle zebras here, grouping them together on the field and having a congregation around what's the correct call.
David Schneider running over, of course, trying to put his dimple in. Brian Harwood's going to give us the call here. And it's flag waved off.
Excellent. Great choice all round.
As they say, let the boys play football.
I believe that what we'll see here from the Lions is a little bit of pressure just to try and get the Rebels off their spot. They're in their own end zone. You know it's an uncomfortable place to be. And it looks like they're going to come out hard and try and turn the ball over, as they're already susceptible to doing so. I think the composure is for Lucas as to whether or not he can throw the ball against downward pressure. Let's see what we get. I expect a quick handoff to try and just get the inside run and get him out of trouble.
And it's a good call, and it looks like it's stuffed probably about a yard over the line of scrimmage maybe.
Or at least returning to the line of scrimmage.
They're going to want to get out of this position very quickly here because they are susceptible to potentially another turnover or even a safety here. Single back. Snap to Wojna. He's looking to pass, and he gets a quick
Screen back to the inside here. Perhaps a yard on that.
quick little pass there to Orlando Carr, who's been doing quite well there at the receiving. Getting the play call in now from Coach Monero.
So this is a big this is a big third down. Got to see what they can put on the board here.
Wojna, he's going to look to air it out. It's a little screen on the right, but he's looking to Bartels, and it's picked.
Intercepted.
It's an interception. Can't see the jersey number there, but at least that's number 14. That looks like it's Andrew Isold there, getting the pick. That's right, Andrew Isold there. He read that like a book. Knew where his receiver was at all times, turned, faced the quarterback, saw the ball in the air, hands up, grabbed that. What a great interception there. We've got some sideline activity here. Some of the Lions here are chatting to some of the Rebels fans. But yeah, again, you look, he knows where his receiver is. He turns and looks, sees the ball in the air, steps in, gets in between his receiver and the ball, make a catch. Very easy. Goes down. He gives the Sydney University the ball.
Incredibly good discipline there to receive it and tuck it away, even though he's playing defense, mate. Well drilled, well executed.
Nakora back on the field. He looks for a handoff.
Miscommunication there and a failure. A rare mental error by the Sydney Uni Lions. Wrong side, wrong runner.
That's right. It looks like Tompkins stepped to the right side instead of the left, where Nakora had the ball primed for a handoff there. You see back here again the Sydney Uni defense getting around their boy Andrew Isold there, who made that interception.
He wants you to come on the left, step to the right.
We've got the 2-minute warning here.
2-minute warning for the half.
So 2 minutes to go in the half.
Here we go. 87 Bob, 87 Bob. Ready, so go.
It's a snap to Nakora, a little handoff to Tompkins.
cut
Tompkins
back
steps out to the
against it.
left.
Great way to drive against it. Flag down on the play.
Flag on the field. It's a good stiff arm there to Josh McCarthy. Step back in on the off the left to the center of the field. He's
Height's
tackled.
definitely an issue, Chop.
Brian Harwood here to give us a call. Got a block in the back on the offense. Oh, and he's going to turn his mic on. Good lad.
Block in the back, number 60 of the offense. It's a 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Repeat second down.
Who was that number? Was that 60, he said?
I don't know.
That's 60. It's Aaron Carberry. It's
There's not a requirement for officials to actually provide a number on players when it's not an unsportsmanlike conduct or an ejectable penalty. So it's a nicety that some of these guys go out of their way to explain it, but they're not by the rule required to do so.
Here you go.
All right.
Hey, 87 Bob, 87 Bob.
Lions are back in the spread, trips to the right-hand side or field side, looking at what the options are going to be.
Nakora's looking, he's thinking
Seeing
deep,
Wheeling,
thinking
he's
deep.
going to make a play off the back of this. He's going to make a decision, try and get out of bounds.
And he's tackled inbounds. It's a decent scramble here from him to make about 8 yards. And
So we'll be ticking away into the final 2 minutes. I don't think Sydney Uni is going to be in a real rush to score here. I think they're just going to try and hold on to the ball, let it run through, do what they need to, and then keep it moving. They're 2 scores ahead. I think they're incredibly comfortable with the situation they're in. got trips back to the field side, which is interesting. We're going to look at greater blocking from my point of view. Back in with the running back. Additional blitzer coming through. Speed option to the outside. Managed to shift a block, but he's turning the corner. McCarthy there to make a play again.
O'Grady and McCarthy to come and bring him down.
One-man wrecking ball. Please call Miley Cyrus and tell her she's got someone who's in for competition, because McCarthy is ready to go.
And we can hear the Sydney University line sideline calling for the field goal unit here. Duffy's going to come back on and lead his unit out, hoping to slot this away, get 3 points on the board, and take Sydney University into the sheds at 17-0.
More importantly, Chock, it also takes them to a 3-score differential. So even if they come back and are able to score in the next quarter, there's going to be a 3-score attempt versus 2. It's incredibly more complex. It does look like he sailed it wide.
Sailed left.
Big swing, no ding, they do say. Let's see what the Rebels can do with the time they have left.
Would you say about a minute and a half, maybe less?
Approximately, Chock. So it looks like it's a big drive of the field, but we're excited to see what they can do. Infinite faith in Will Bartels, Lucas Vionia, and the associated crew over at the Rebels to try and make a big play here. I think Orlando, from memory, is going to be another person that they chase to try and put him in a position to be successful.
That's right, Orlando Carr, number 6, the wide receiver out to the far side of your screen.
Ready.
Rebels quick to get on the field now, ready to go, trying to get the UC Lions offside. No, fake draw come through, does not matter. Giles absolutely buries, along with number 66, which isn't on their sheet, but looks like a boy that I cannot name.
Trying to see from this angle here, 66 and 99. Yeah, that's Giles definitely coming through.
Sorry, 66. I think you've done a good job, even though I don't know who you are.
I have a feeling that could be Shannon Lynch.
I feel like that's a scary day in the office.
I think if that is Shannon Lynch, who I think it is, it's the next West Sydney Pirates player. Made the move over to, we've got a timeout here. He made the move over to Sydney Lions, and very, very strong defensive lineman.
So Lions calling a timeout. They're trying to control the tempo of the game, make sure their defense is ready to go, and know the narrative that they're trying to have, which is, hey guys, it's a 2-score game. We don't want to give up anything big before the half. Keep everything in front of you and make good decisions. Keep them in bounds, make sure the clock's running, and don't do anything that gives them additional yards. The stuff that you see now that really cripples is, you know, personal fouls, unnecessary roughnesses, all those things that are just going to give a free 15-yard play to an offense that at this moment is struggling to move the ball.
1, 2, 3, oh.
So shots there before of Coach Jonathan Hepner, head coach and also defensive coordinator for the Sydney Uni Lions, giving his boys some final instructions. As the Rebels are lining up here, just out of the timeout, 2nd and 12 by the looks of it, on their own 12-yard line. Snap to Wojnar.
Speedy run here, sacked. Great decision by Lucas to hold onto the ball and not turn it over. He went to go and try and make a play, made a better decision and didn't give it up.
Giles again coming through and making that tackle. Giles is doing very, very big stuff today. He's doing big things. Rebels now 3rd and 15 on their own, looks like their own 13-yard line or so.
Timeout, Sydney University. That's their second team charge timeout of the half. 35 seconds remaining in the half.
This looks like Jonathan Hepner's trying to give his offense enough time to get back on the field and have another chance at scoring. Sensible decision based on the team's ability to move the ball at the moment. If not, he'll be well within field goal range to have another slot to try and make it 3 touchdowns to 2, or 3 touchdown game difference.
we hope you are enjoying the first half here of the Waratah Bowl 2022 Gridiron New South Wales final series. Seeing the Sydney Uni Lions coming up against the North Sydney Rebels. Score is currently 14-0 here. And big shout out to wherever you are watching from, whether you're watching it from Sydney, overseas, interstate, or if there are any boys over at Kingdom Fitness Club. Big shout out to the boys over there. Much love. As we're back here out of the timeout. Third down for Luka Dvožnar. Not too long to go in the half.
Down. Sit.
5 seconds left. Looks like it's going to have to be a big pass. Incomplete.
Pass is short.
Looks like they're going to punt it. They have to try and keep it out.
The clock has stopped here. Probably about 25 seconds ago or so. Punts it away. You reckon Hep will just take a knee?
No, I reckon he'll try and score. They want to try and change momentum before the half. I'd be surprised if on the punt they don't put someone back who's really going to go after it.
Who have we got in the backfield? We've got Keenan Mackett in at number 9. And he's actually a decent pass returner, you know, for the able-bodied man that he is. Quite a great pass. It's a punt returner. And Alcides Benitez here, closest to your screen.
That's an absolute torp of a punt. Putting it out of bounds is an incredibly good spot.
Right on the 34-yard line. Benitez thought he could have put something on it, but was uncatchable, already out of bounds, and just let that one slide. That's going to be Sydney Uni first down on the 34-yard line. One thing of interesting to note as well, I don't know if our viewers would have seen that in the last Rebels offensive play, but number 6, Jordan Okora, was in there at linebacker as well. He plays both sides of the ball.
He's been playing that consistently since the beginning, Chuck.
That's right.
Hey, check this.
Can imagine a vertical, imagine a vertical threat here to try and get it within field goal range. So I think you're looking at probably a 15, 20-yard pass attempt. Looking at what they're playing over the top.
Okora stepping in, and it's going to be a little pass and then a lateral to Kirk, and Kirk is going to tiptoe the sideline, and he's going to be called that he stepped out.
Stepped out of bounds.
And they'll call him that he stepped out right on the 30-yard line.
That is the trickery that I did warn us against at the beginning.
So the pass there to Dustin Lalonde, who gave the
also got a
quick
flag further back on the field here. Unsure if this is what that's going to be.
Kirk, it looks like he just maybe tiptoed the sideline a little bit. So you see the pass to Lalonde, he gives a quick lateral out, and Kirk just goes. And again, steps out. He's got McCarthy coming through to try and make the tackle. And
number 81 of the offense, tripping. That'll be a 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Repeat, first down.
Wow, and Dustin Lalonde has now been called for a personal foul for tripping.
I think we're going to see a bigger attempt this time, Chuck, to try and score it, because they won't try a trick play like that again. Expectation will be that they'll probably go for all verts, but it will depend on what they can get open and how long they can protect. I think we'll see Jordan Okora try and get out of the pocket and elude the pressure. The Rebels are going to have to make a good decision defensively here on what that looks like.
You've got Granger, Darcy, and I think it's Galanos lining up there in the trips on the far side of the field. And Okora stepping up, looking. A little pass in, and there's a flag on the field again. That pass was complete to Galanos, but there is a flag on the field on the far side there, thrown by our side judge there, David Main.
Based on where the flag is, Chuck, we'd assume that it's going to be a line of scrimmage incident. So it'll either be holding or
it looks like
along those lines.
Potentially could be holding. He did go in motion to the Rebel side first to see what their decision was. And he's
Pass interference. Number 8 of the offense. That's a half distance to the goal. Repeat, second down.
OPI.
It's a long day in the office for these boys with multiple attempts to try and drive the field. I don't know what the expectation will be here. I'm assuming again they do want to try and score.
So now it's 1st and 40. 1st and 40.
87 Bob, 87 Bob.
It's with very little time left on the clock, I would believe.
Ready, set, go.
Nakora again, now he's looking deep again. He goes to Benitez. And that pass is knocked down there by number 90 of the Rebels, who did not have his play sheet for, so we apologise there. Sorry, that was Dustin Lalonde for the Lions, who was looking for the pass through.
Some frustration by Jonathan Hepner there on the receiver being wide open and the Q not being able to see it.
And now we have a timeout here for the Sydney University Lions. 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Timeout, University. That's the 3rd and final team charge timeout of the half. 4 seconds remaining in the half.
4-second call going into the half. I don't know whether we're going to risk the idea of trying to make a big play and score, like a double move play, you know, a Statue of Liberty, big play potential, or they're just going to go, this has been a comical effort in the last part and we're just going to try and get out of it.
Yeah, I believe Lawton and Hepner are going to take their boys into the shed after this and have a real good talk to them about the discipline on the field, making sure we're not giving away silly penalties and help them move the ball. But let's see how the Lions come out here, whether they're going to just take the knee and get back into the sheds, or whether they are going to go for some big trickery play. Looks like here it is going to be something big.
No, I'm saying just stand behind me.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would advise you to stay tuned for this play here. Might be something fancy, might be something out of the playbook. Deep within the Lions playbook.
It's quite possibly the expectation that you're going to have 2 quarterbacks and you're going to pass and then one's going to throw or something along those lines.
Well, here we go. So Kirk's in at quarterback now.
Quarterback. It's a completely different view.
Got a motion for Galanos here from right to left.
Here we go. Trip it out.
Speed option. Kirk's going to get caught, tackled, and that's going to take us into the half. And we're for the final call. There we go. That is the half, ladies and gentlemen. So, if you are just joining us here, it is halftime. We are looking at the Sydney University Lions up 14-0 to the North Sydney Rebels. Mitch, thoughts on first half?
Look, it is as is expected. They're incredibly well disciplined. I haven't seen the Rebels offense get to where I thought it can be. I'll be interested to see how it comes out in the second half.
Yeah, I think you know, I really think that once the Rebels offense actually gets firing, we might see some big plays. I would probably say Monero would have their boys over there. He'd have a real good long talk to them about, you know, focusing and getting their heads in the game, ensuring that they can actually, you know, make some big plays where it needs to be. We'll see that happening, but Sydney University, it's, you know, it's business as usual. 14-0, and the defense is balling out as always. You've got Jacob Giles killing it on his side of the ball, number 99 there, doing an absolutely incredible few plays there. So, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you guys have enjoyed the first half. Stay tuned, grab yourself a beer, grab yourself a wine, some food, and we might be looking at some halftime entertainment here at the field, but we'll catch you guys again once the second half begins. Quick appreciation to East, who have again hosted a fantastic round of football for us, and we deeply appreciate their partnership and the contribution to Gridiron in New South Wales. Yes, indeed. We really appreciate it. East Rugby Field is one of the most incredible fields that we've been to. But yes, hope you guys have enjoyed it. Stay tuned, enjoy your halftime, and we'll be back to see you here at the second half. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are just about almost finished at halftime, but before we come back onto the field, we do have a few little special presentations here, courtesy of our friends here at Double Take Sports, who've done an absolute amazing job here for the production today, as they do always. First things first, we'll be listening to Jordan Nakora on the field. We do have a mic'd up segment. Jordan is mic'd up, so run it through and listen to Jordan Nakora mic'd up.
Oh, sorry, got close. Is that mine? That's mine. Oh! It was there. It's okay. It was Mitch Kirk that we're talking to. So I'm going to tell him. It's all good. That was right there, but it's good. Hey. Ready? Say go. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Baby! Let's go, baby! Congratulations. Thank you. Hey, don't take your foot off the pedal, boys. Keep it on. Thank you.
Jordan Nakora, always the gentleman and always the leader of his team. And also as well, we won't forget about the North Sydney Rebels here. We do have Lucas Wojnar, who's also been mic'd up on their end. Obviously, the Rebels are down 14-0. But we'll have a listen now to Lucas and see how he's been leading his team.
Ready? Down. Sit. Head. Sit. Head. Sit. Head. Let's go. Hey, keep going. Let's go, baby.
Lucas there, of course, his offense is a little bit faltering at the moment, but we are hoping that they do come back and make this one a big ball game here in the second half. But let's go back and we'll have a look at some of the highlights here from the first half of the Sydney Uni Lions, up 14-0 to the Rebels. So here, of course, the first touchdown here for the Lions. Nakora on the keeper, stepped out to the right. Play action there, as you saw. We've got Mitch Kirk here with one of the better runs of the day. Going through and scoring the second touchdown here for Sydney University. As we are just coming back out here from halftime here, second half is about to begin. We've got our referees coming back onto the field. Both teams have warmed up here, ready to go, and my broadcast partner is currently grabbing himself a drink, I think. So it is just chock in the booth here. But I hope you guys are all having a fantastic day wherever you are joining us from, whether that be from Sydney, from interstate, or from overseas. Welcome. We hope you are enjoying this fantastic football. If you are interested in playing Gridiron next season, teams are always looking to recruit. Make sure you hit up Gridiron New South Wales on their Facebook, and you can find yourself a team in your area. We do have teams located across all of metropolitan Sydney, as well as down in Wollongong, and we'll hopefully have a team in the Central Coast, as I'm now joined back in the broadcast booth by head coach of the New South Wales Wolfpack, I should say, Mitch Wojnar. Welcome back.
Thanks, mate. I just had to devour a pie at halftime. You know how it goes. It's God's work.
Mate, that's it. I'm currently staring at 1.5 sausage rolls here, ready to go. So I might be devouring those myself.
Just a special recap to everyone who's watching. The summary of the day is that the Women's Rebels team won the first game of the day. Seahawks, a undefeated season and champions of the Colts League, and we're in the final stages of the second half of seeing what's unfolding with the men's league for NSW.
And we also have seen the Sydney Uni Lions defense has balled out today. Absolutely balled out today. I think we have a little bit of recap here to see how well they've played today. Of course, I've been hyping up Jacob Giles here, who's done some incredible work. See here, Jacob Giles coming through on the blitz, making the tackle there, sacking Lucas Wojnar there, and of course making the big block for the punt, turning over the ball for his boys. And then you got Martin Ballada coming through in the centre, making the big tackle there. Sydney Uni Lions, the defense is balling out, Mitch.
Yeah, he's always a big player, mate. Plays up to big games. Experience in Europe really contributes.
Right then, you've got Jacob Giles. Blitz off the outside again. And we're just back here for kickoff. Fielded by the Lions. Looks like Benitez fields it. And he's making a good run. We do have a flag on the field, though. We're looking at 1st and 10 on the Sydney Uni 40. We're at the 43-yard line, but we do have a flag on the field, so we'll wait for the call through.
You assume based on this it'll be a block of some description. As Daniel mutes his mic so he can devour a pie in a filthy fashion.
Who's Daniel? There's only one person that calls me by my government name, and that's my wife.
Penalty waved off.
Benitez there making a great return. Breaks one tackle, steps in, makes a few more miss. Ends up getting tackled there, and we're looking at Sydney Uni 1st down on their 41-yard line.
87, Bob. 87,
We've got
Bob.
trips to the boundary side. Sorry, trips to the field side. Motion
Go.
here from Mitch Kirk, and it's going to be a handoff to Kirk.
Incredibly elusive in the open field.
That's incredible. He stepped in, stepped back, and he's going to go through, and he gets a touchdown! That's another touchdown for Mitch Kirk. What a run.
The wrecking ball McCarthy tried to get there, but was just out of time.
Hey, you made that back up, I tell you what.
That play, when we run this play, the replay back, have a look in the line of scrimmage. You see he steps back, steps up, steps back
It was
again,
a
goes
cheeky
through.
formation as well because of the double receivers on the field side meant that you could motion the boundary receiver. See here, 2 receivers, one's boxed in, so it was always going to be eligible to do this. Let's see, 1 miss, 2 miss, 3 miss, 4 miss. Oh, more misses than a bad night at the club.
Oh, the man can do it all. The man can do it all. Mitch Kirk there scoring another touchdown early for the Sydney Uni Lions, and we do have a flag on the field there for the point after attempt. But Mitch Kirk doing it all. As we have our white hat again, Brian Harwood going to give us a call. He turns his mic on. Good man.
Full start. Number 39 of the offense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat the try.
Marching back 5 yards there for Duffy to try and slot it through again for the PAT. Uni looking incredible today. The Rebels are really going to have to try and dig something deep out of the bag here to try and get back on board. You see Duffy slots it, and that is through PAT. So it's 21-0. We're now up 3 scores to nothing for the Lions against the Rebels. Going to make it a very difficult comeback here, Mitch.
Yeah, again, we always talked about the mental state of the Rebels and how they can rally against adversity, and I think we're seeing this, you know, this next quarter will really be the defining moment on whether or not we have a bonza 4th quarter or we see it as to be a bit more placatable. I'm conscious of, you know, the desire for the team to win. The Rebels have been here before. Both teams have been in grand finals in recent years. Rebels experiencing some adversity through the earlier part of the year in regards to player numbers and still managing to put themselves in a position to get into the final with some gutsy efforts. So while the temperament of it isn't running at the moment and I'm seeing the reflection of it, I'm hesitant to count them out just yet.
As Uni await the rest whistle, there we go, and we're going to back to get started off here after the touchdown. It's like Andrew Bishop here about to take the kickoff. And it is a short dink again. He's looking for a short. Oh, it's a fumble. I think that's a Sydney Uni recovery.
I love the hand signals, both people pointing both ways. Let's see which one's right.
Let's wait for the official call from the referee. Still waiting for a call. Sydney Uni think it's theirs. Rebels are bringing their defense onto the field. I think they know that they've lost it. Is that Stephen Armstrong with the fumble there?
Who knows?
During the kick, we have offside, number 25 of the offense. That'll be a 5-yard penalty, re-kick.
Oh, bailed out.
Rebels got bailed out there. You see the kick here. It's a short little dink. They are looking to target particular men on the line there, and it looks like it is Stephen Armstrong there. Stephen Armstrong fumbles the ball, and it potentially may have been recovered by Sydney Uni, but Rebels got bailed out there. Some will say the struggle of having small hands.
Hand size does definitely play in the ability to receive the ball, Chuck.
That is correct. That is correct. So we have Sydney Uni here. It looks like Bishop again. He's now on the right hash, stepping up to take the kickoff.
Here we see Josh, the wrecking ball, McCarthy.
Closest to your screen here, number 48. And it looks like it's a little bit longer here. And smart play by Bartels. Bartels knew it was going out. Bartels decided to leave it, let it go out, and Rebels will take a penalty here. First time we're seeing the Rebels offense back on the field in the second half here. A bit demeaning that they've given up a touchdown already so early.
Yeah, look, I think mentally we're still in the same position, you know, that it's 21, 3 touchdowns. You can definitely do that in a quarter. You know, it's really how the Rebels maintain themselves this quarter to know what the game's going to look like. The Rebels faithful are yelling out the catch cry. It's 0-0, so you've got to treat the game like that, I guess, when you're coming from behind, and you know you've got to do the right thing.
As the Zebra Committee still tries to decide what's happening.
The dazzle, Choc. The dazzle.
That's right, the dazzle. Brian Harwood to give us a call.
We have 2 fouls on the play. We have illegal procedure. Ball out of bounds on the offense, untouched. We have illegal procedure on the kick team. Insufficient players to the right of the kicker. There were only 3 instead of 4. There will be a 5-yard penalty and a re-kick.
A re-kick again. My God. So in that, right, this is where I think my football knowledge doesn't come into play. But I'll ask you, Mitch, in that there, do the Rebels have the choice of which penalty they want to take, since one went out of bounds and one was...
They can choose the re-kick option. They can choose, I think it's 5 yards from the spot.
Yep.
Or up to a certain period on halfway. Now, the Rebels obviously believe their special teams are going to be able to contribute to trying to get their team the ball with enough space. Based on where they're kicking from now, I feel like there would be a viable option for most people in our league to get at least past the 30.
Short kick again, and they are looking to... Oh, and it's bouncing, and it may have just gone out. If it hasn't gone out, it was not recovered by Sydney Uni, because that is a live ball. It looks like the ball has been recovered by the Rebels. And it's going to be first down, the Rebels right on the halfway line. As we can hear here, Lucas Vojnar, his microphone is currently... Oh, I thought his microphone was on. I may be wrong. Vojna here back out to lead his boys from a 3-touchdown deficit. Looking to bring his boys back.
Ready.
Got
Troops
Tanaka
to the
in the
side.
backfield. Sorry, Mitch.
No trips to the field side. Interesting to see what they're going to try and do here. Get them open on a ball.
Air it out. And that's going to be a... Are they ruling that a catch? No. The back judge here on the sideline, Matthew Fordham, has ruled that as an incomplete pass. Looks like the ball was dropped during the contact of the tackle.
It would be hard for him to have an opinion on that, as the back of the receiver was to him. It would require the team on the other side, but let's see the razzle-dazzle get together and have a conflagration around that.
Looks like here all the uni defensive players were calling that it was
That's the DB special there, I think, to be honest, mate. They're always going to have to decline it.
And it is considered a first down. It was caught. So that's Sifa Tukutau making the catch there and leading the Rebels up to another first down. First down on the 33-yard line.
Ready. Down. Sit. Head.
It's a nice fade ball by 10
Deep.
here. Oh.
Ooh. It's well defended there by Alcides Benitez.
Incredible defensive play there to get his hands in and knock the ball out.
Sifa Tukutau was looking for that ball again, and you would have heard just pre-snap as well. Lucas Vojna, we do have both our quarterbacks mic'd up today, courtesy of our friends here at Double Take Sports. An incredible production job they've done here today. Lucas looked to the left and he thought, no, you know what, I want to air it out right. Thought he had Sifa open deep, but Alcides Benitez just got his hands in there to try and stop the pass and force the incomplete pass. And we're looking at 2nd and 10 on the 33-yard line.
Troops into the boundary, looking to get a one-on-one receiver out to the field side. Getting pressed out, should be able to throw it. Fade over the top, overthrow the ball.
And oh, that is dropped! Oh, he would be kicking himself. Orlando Carr, he's been having a blinder of a game already, and he drops it just outside of the end zone. Oh, Vojna would be livid at that, because that there would get the boys back on track to try and make a comeback here. He cuts deep, he gets straight past Num Burnett, and it looks like potentially Num Burnett may have put his hands to it. Vojna looks deep. I think Burnett may have just put a fingertip to it, so that might have just caught Carr out when he tried to make the catch there. So
I think Lucas needs to make an adjustment to overthrow the vertical routes. He's really trying to bring them down too low, and it's just putting his receivers in a tough position.
And that, again, is well defended by Sydney Uni, but we do have flags, multiple flags on the field. Surin, I think it's, no, that's not even Surin, that's Num Burnett again. And that looks like there's plenty of laundry on the field. Did you say pass interference here, Mitch?
Yeah, I think it was just because he impacted the receiver's ability. Everything about it was right. There's probably just a bit too much physicality. There's a defensive preference, coach. I hate to see it, but I understand that this is going to be the call.
Spot foul. Pass interference. Number 4 of the defense. It'll be a spot foul, automatic, first down.
So Num Burnett makes a big play to try and stop Orlando Carr from making the catch on the previous play. And then he comes in, and there's, yeah, you can see his left hand's all over him. And like you said, Mitch, he's impacted Orlando Carr's ability to try and catch the ball. As our replay is still showing, but we do have a run here from the Rebels. Number 21 stepped up, and he was tackled in the backfield there. He's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's looks like the offensive line is having an issue handling number 99 on Sydney Uni.
That's my boy, Jacob Giles. He's killing it today, killing it.
Ready. Down. Sit. Head.
Got a pass completed here. And that looks like it could be, yes, it is a Rebels first down there. Pass completed to Sifa Tukutau. Mitch?
Good to see a fair bit of life back in the Rebels offense here. I think taking the chain off Lucas and letting him make a few more decisions, throw it deep, getting comfortable, starting to pay some dividends.
I think as well that halftime break would have really benefited them. They come out here refreshed, revitalized. You know what, we are down, but we're going to try and battle our way back to get here. And like you said, they've allowed Vojanov to make a few more decisions and look deep.
Ready.
I think as well you see offenses get to adjust at the half off what the defenses are doing. The defense didn't need to adjust much. Quick pitch to the outside. They're getting a lot of transition snap, trying to cut back. It's a bad decision for everyone.
Wow. Tanaka Giacomo just got buried in the backfield there by about 6 or 7 Sydney Uni Lions. They all came swarming through. One of the things you love to see as a defensive coach, Mitch, the swarm tackle.
Yeah, dancing too much in the backfield is always a problem that we see with some of the backs, trying to make too many decisions. This cutting back into the defense is never a good decision.
A little pitch out there, and you see we've got 1, 2, 3 surrounding. There's 4 or 5 blokes surrounding him ready to go, but 2 make the tackle there and bring him down.
Ready. Down. Set.
Ball by Lucas here.
Deep on, and just outside of Carr's hands again. And the defensive back there is claiming that he got a finger to it, wagging his finger up saying, no, 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 that was not you. That's Yuzo Sakai, one of the more vocal cornerbacks in the league. Anyone who has played against him, you would hear him on the sidelines or on the field be calling out plays as he watches a lot of film on huddle. But looks like there that was just outside of Carr's hands. Shannon Lynch there sucking in the air, you see.
Ready.
Rebels come out.
Down. Set.
Ball goes deep, and it's overthrown again. He's really trying to look for Carr here. Ball's thrown deep, overthrown into the end zone, and that brings up an incomplete pass. It is 4th and 12, and it looks like the Rebels are going to stay on. They're going to keep their offense on the field, and they're going to go for it.
It's one of those situations, Shock, where they've got to score here.
100%, you have to. I feel like they need to start bringing Bartels into the game a little bit. He's been a bit quiet.
Ready.
Haven't seen much of him.
Down. Set.
Pressure there from Jobber Markamoy, and it is knocked down. Hugh Tompkins doubling in as a linebacker, gets his bear paw to it, or as I would say, a lion's paw to it, knocks the pass down. And that is incomplete. Turnover on downs, and it's going to be Sydney Uni Lions 1st and 10.
Hopefully we see something from Rebels defense on this drive, Chock. I think they're due to help their team out as well.
That's right. You see Hugh Tompkins there. He sort of telegraphed where the pass was going. Could see, got in the passing lane, put his hand to it, and was able to knock that pass down there. Big play there from Tompkins. Coach Monero there getting his boys aside, telling them to, you know, all right, watch this one. We've got to get out there again soon, and we have to score on the next drive. And as Mitch said, the Rebels defense coming out here looking to try and make a difference. And here we've got our quarterback, Jordan Nakora, mic'd up, and he's currently on the sideline, actually. So we do have Mitch Kirk out on the field. Mitch Kirk there, quarterback, and it looks like, I believe, Hugh Tompkins in a tailback. Handoff. No, it isn't, actually. It's 40, is that 45? 49. Do not have a number for him, unfortunately, but I do recognize that neck roll. He's an ex-Sharks player. Played for the Sharks and also played for the Pirates as well.
Jacob Mears.
Jacob Mears? There we go. With the little draw, looks, doesn't like it, runs, steps out to the left, and he goes and makes a pop on Sifa Tukutau, who tried to make the tackle there. I think that was, no, sorry, that wasn't number 10, that was number 90, excuse me. Tried to make the tackle there, and gets pushed out by the one-man wrecking ball, number 48, your man.
Mr. McCarthy.
That's right. Saw it, didn't like it, decided to scramble, lowered the shoulder. Not too far to lower it considering his stature, but lowered the shoulder, stepped out, and Josh McCarthy just helped him out there and pushed him out a little bit further. We have Sydney Uni Lions, 1st and 10. We had a speed option there. Mears going through as a lead blocker. Dives at the legs. We've got Kirk going through, gets pushed out just over the 30-yard line. And we do have a flag on the field. So we can hear the Rebels faithful here telling the referee their thoughts about the block there from Jacob Mears. It was a chop block, however.
Be interested to see what the call on it is, because I was unaware that they weren't allowed to cut down the field.
That's what I thought as well.
We'll wait to hear what Brian has to say on it. Good old Brian back onto the mic.
Call with Brian Harwood.
We have a low block. Number 49 of the offense. It's a 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Repeat, first down.
Wow. It's an interesting call. I don't think I've ever actually heard that call in men's division before. Came through and he's come through and he's getting the low block on. He's hitting him above the hip. But we do have Jordan Okora back out here. He's mic'd up.
Here we go. Ready, set, go.
Dancing around, doesn't like what he sees. He starts to scramble, and he's tackled just back at the line of scrimmage there.
Great tackle by number 50. Ryan O'Grady. Great play.
Grady,
incredible play.
Leading from the front there, the captain of the Rebels team. Saw Okora didn't like what he saw, tried to dance around, thought he could see something, said nah, decided to tuck it and go. Ran through and O'Grady just form tackle. As I say, you cannot run without legs. That is the Jack Pritchard special. Hugh Tompkins in at tailback.
Here we go. 87 Bob, 87 Bob. Ready, set, go.
And it is the end around again, and it is the handoff back to Kirk. Kirk going back around again. Bartel's looking to make the tackle. Go to drag him out. I'm telling you, Mitchell Kirk is tearing them up today. Absolutely tearing him up today.
They're using him across the offense really effectively, utilising his speed and elusiveness to get to the outside.
The handoff and then the end around handoff back to the reverse, back to Mitch Kirk.
Making it a one-on-one play in open field. It's incredibly challenging. Offside.
Free play here for the Lions. Lions looking deep. It's going to be a catch by Sam Darcy. Sam Darcy's going to catch that. That's going to be a touchdown, and I believe that call will stand because it is an offside on the North Sydney defense.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Offside on the defense. We also have holding.
Oh, wow.
Those fouls were offset. We'll replay now.
The Rebels got bailed out again. They got bailed out again here. Absolutely bailed out again on that play. The call was offsetting penalties, and the ball was brought back there, and there's a replay of downs here.
It is one of those challenges when you do get a big play situation. You want to try and make sure that you're not going to do anything to disadvantage your team. And unfortunately, the O-line made a mistake there that cost them a touchdown.
Got Okora lining up now at slot receiver. Kirk in at quarterback.
See Bubbles screen to the field, then we're going to try and option it down.
And Tompkins bowling over one, bowling over two, and gets pushed out by the third tackler. That's Daniel Manu there coming through and making that tackle.
Starting to see a bit more of a clinical approach here from Sydney Uni, trying to identify where the weaknesses are in the defence that they're running against and how they're putting scores on the board.
So bowls over one, bowls over the second. Gets finally put out there by Manu. We have Sydney Uni first down here. 1st and 10 on the 16-yard.
This is a challenge you have with Sydney Uni. With Nakora out there, you have to consider him a plausible second passing threat.
And we do have a timeout here called by the Rebels. Coach Hilton didn't like what he saw. Said, you know what, bring the boys in. Let's get a timeout here.
Timeout, Northern Sydney. That's their first team charge timeout of the half. 4:09 remaining in the quarter.
4 minutes and 9 seconds remaining in the quarter here. And the Rebels are on the back foot again, Mitch.
Yeah, they seem to be reeling a little bit, Chock. It's hard to see how they're going to find a way out of this. I'm not counting them out just yet. They do have some talent, some capability and the coaching to be able to make a difference. It's just whether or not they can find a way to pull all of that together to be able to do it. Yeah, from a fundamentals point of view, there's a couple of gaps that I think the depth of knowledge on the Lions team is really contributing to their success, like motion away to the quad side to be able to get back some advantage to the edge, as well as just putting their players in a position to try and be good.
Yeah, these trick smoke and mirrors plays that the Lions are running, the end around with Tompkins and the reverse with Kirk, it's really starting to chip away at the Rebels there, and the Rebels are struggling to find an answer for it.
I think you'll see as well depth's a consideration here. Some of their players are going to have to be playing both ways. Will Bartels, one of their major offensive weapons, is also playing safety.
I don't think I've seen him come off the field once.
I'm not saying that that's not happening on the Lions team either, but just the depth is a consideration with no space at all. Seeing another QB power led by Hugh Tompkins, trying to make dance and space in the field, looking at come out of bounds at about the 2 or 3 yard line.
It looked like he just threw O'Grady out, and I don't know if he hadn't stepped out, he could have just reached over and put that ball in. So Kirk will be disappointed he doesn't get the hat trick here, but I think overall he's been killing it for his team today.
Seeing a different formation in the red zone, using a bit of misdirection to try and get a runner free. Diamond, pretty common in some of the American systems as a goal line attack. It's going to rely on misdirection and looking at people going different areas. Everyone's trying to get in there.
And Tompkins going to break through. That's it. Tompkins gets another touchdown, and he celebrates because he knows that could be it for the Rebels, and that brings it to 27-0 Sydney Uni Lions over the Rebels here at East Rugby Field. See again, they line up in that diamond formation, send all the blockers up into the interior, and Hugh Tompkins, all he did was step up, and he stepped to the right, and he saw where the going was. They step and go and put the ball in.
The additional blockers in the box really means that there's a nightmare for the defense in trying to account for where the gaps are and who's going to be responsible for them. So it's a great coaching decision by the team at USyd to try and add something that just makes the defense a little bit more uncomfortable in the red zone.
That's right there. And you would have seen just before the replay there, you would have seen Duffy slotted through the PAT and brings it to 28-0. And it's an interesting character I see on the sideline there. It's an old Sydney Uni coach, one of the stalwarts of GNSW, Coach Ogborn, walking through the sidelines there. A retired coach now for Sydney Uni, but walking through his sidelines, just having a look and talk to some of the players there. And Coach Von Sina there. Coach Jason Von Sina just letting special teams know what they need to do, getting them ready to go. As the Lions come back out there, ready to kick midway through, well, late in the third quarter, actually. If I heard that correctly, I think Nakora's going to play both ways, and he said his old body cannot keep up.
It's coming into that whole mentality.
There's a short kick there again, and it's a fair catch called, and it's like 28 called a fair catch, and then
someone else caught it.
O'Grady caught it. Yeah, so Daniel Kane said, no, I don't want to take the hit. I'm going to take the fair catch. And Grady said, nah, I'm taking that ball from you, and caught the ball. Tackled, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for the North Sydney Rebels here on just about the 30-yard line.
It is against the rules to wait for a fair catch and then try and run it out.
That's right there. We see the replay here. Hugh Tompkins, he saw the gap step in. He decided to step off his right to the left side because there was a huge gap open from that University O-line that just pushed out all of the Rebels D-line. And Tompkins came through and was able to get that touchdown there and put his boys up 4 scores to nothing.
I think with the execution of the 4th score, if they're successful, it will be the beginning of the end going into the 4th. The Rebels have not shown the ability to move the ball effectively yet, which is incredibly tough.
Or alternatively, you could see one of the greatest comebacks in NSW history. I don't think it will happen there, but
That'll be a 5-yard penalty. 1st down.
so the fair catch was called by one player, caught by another, and then he's given a penalty to.
It's an illegal procedure.
Right,
You
yes,
can't,
he's given
you
the penalty
can't
to-
advance the ball
to
regardless
UC.
if a fair catch is called.
Yep.
Down. Sit.
Fortunately, they're looking out to Bartels. He finally finds Bartels. Bartels is going to step around. He's going to get the 1st down and a bit more. Looks like it's going to be a 13-yard gain for the Rebels, and it's going to move the chains to 1st down. This is where they need to start working, I think. Getting Bartels involved, getting a player, excuse me, getting a player like Will Bartels involved. He's incredibly elusive, probably not as elusive as Mitchell Kerr, but you see he takes the catch, is able to fend off one tackler, gets a block for the other tackler, and he's able to step out and get some extra yards there for the Rebels.
Follow. Hey. Ready. Down. Sit.
That ball just out of reach there for Tanaka Chikomo. Fortunately, just putting it just too far in front of him there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down for the Rebels. Yeah, he had eyes to go deep, but I think that he saw.
Yeah, they've had issues with the running back screens out of the backfield here for a little bit now, not being able to make the completions and the right catches. So I'll be interested to see
Ready.
if they look to make any adjustments on that.
Down. Sit.
Got a catch here, and he's still going. It's a completely missed tackle there from Mitch Kirk, and it's brought all the way down to about the 14-yard line. That's Sifa Tukukau, excuse me, making the catch there and bringing the ball all the way up. See here again, he comes off the line, turns, makes
Just a
the
simple
catch.
smash concept for sure, and he's getting out in open field.
And I think he was going to lower the boom, but it looks like Kirk had slipped on that turf field, as you mentioned earlier, Mitch. Yeah, a bit of a slip there from Mitch Kirk, and finally brought down there by Alcides Benitez.
Down. Sit.
Lots of time in the pocket there, and it looks like it's just thrown over the head of Will Bartels there. Rebels come out of their huddle here. Looking at 2nd and 10 on the 17-yard line.
91. Down. 90, 90, 90, 90. Set. Head.
Lucas calling out the blitzer, but he can't get any block from it at all. He's eaten alive by Martin Bellata, and it looks like they're Jacob Giles again, having an absolute blinder of a game, Giles is.
It's hard to be able to not have the QB climb in the space that he needs to. His pocket was quite safe. If he looked inside, he just didn't climb. Yeah, it's a hard thing.
You also saw Bellata came through off that right guard. Stepped in off the right guard, so straight away he causes that pocket to collapse there of Jacob Edwards. It looks like he's beaten. Comes through and makes a tackle on Foshner.
Down. Set. Head.
Looking deep here, looking deep, and it looks like it's going to be just knocked dead by Kirk. Bit of a safe play there, knowing it's third down.
They have to try for a strike here to change the game.
That's right. This is got to be it right here. This has to be the momentum shifter. You see Kirk drop back here. He saw where the ball was coming, and it was just a bit over his head. Put his hands to it and decided to knock that one down to ensure that the Rebels could not make any play on it at all. See there that defensive line of the Lions there. Jonathan Tamanavalu, Martin Bellata, and of course.
Down. Set. Head.
Pass again, quick pass, and it's intercepted here. Ball's intercepted by Sydney Uni Lions by Num Burnett, and it looks like he's brought it back just to about the line of scrimmage. No flags on the play. One flag on the play.
2 flags on the play.
2
Three flags.
Okay,
on
here
the
we go.
play.
It's getting a bit chippy now. It's getting a bit chippy. The boys are having a bit of an extra cuddle there, but Num Burnett is celebrating because he's taking an interception here in the Waratah Bowl 2022. He must be loving life right now. We have multiple flags in the play here for a little bit of extracurricular activities after the whistle. Num Burnett, he just sat in perfect position there, had the drop back, saw where the ball was coming, jumped the passing route, and decided to go and take the ball. Was tackled there by Jacob Edwards, and I believe there was a little bit of extra words being said after the flag, after the whistle there. That's our razzle-dazzle committee, as they say, the Zebra committee, going through and conversing on what they saw. City Uni looking to capture, what is it? I think it's good. I have lost count. I would say 19, maybe 18 or 19 this year. This is a play call from Brian Harwood.
After the play, we have a dead ball foul, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 74, Northern Sydney. That'll be a 15-yard penalty from the spot. First down, Sydney University.
That's a flag there on Jacob Edwards. Looks like there was a bit of a extra push after the tackle, and just move the chain 15 yards. There, John Cena there just having a chat to his defense, making sure that his boys are ready to go out and close out this game here. We have Jordan Okoro back in the backfield, Hugh Tompkins at tailback. We've got Mitch Kirk here at soft receiver, and on the other side we've got Sam Darcy at soft receiver.
87 Bob, 87 Bob. Ready.
Motion for
There we
Kirk.
go.
Hand off to Kirk here. Hugh Tompkins going to lead the blocks, and looks like he's going to be caught at the line of scrimmage. No, not going to be caught at the line of scrimmage. Elusive as ever, and he can get out, and he might just make the first down. Did he step out?
Come up short.
We're marking him about 2 yards short there. I would love to, if we had a stat line, I think University would probably have it, but if we had a stat line, I'd love to see how many missed tackles Kirk has created today.
There's an interesting gap on that play previously where one of the receivers false started, but because it was away from the official, they didn't catch it.
87 Bob, 87 Bob. Ready, set, go.
Snap there, hand off to Tompkins. Tompkins going to go straight up the middle. run straight over Grady. Grady's going to grab the leg on the way through and bring him down. And that's going to bring up a first down.
So that's the quarter. Looks like they're transitioning it through to the final stage. I think if we look at what USyd's able to do on this next drive, it'll really determine what the outcome is.
I would think if USyd put a score in, the next offensive drive USyd have, they'll put in all their backups, all their red shirts, the guys that haven't played a few snaps this season, so give them some time to play. All right, and we've got Sydney University coming out, start of the fourth quarter here. 1st and 10 on their 33-yard line. Snap to Nakora here, quick pass out to Harry Granger. Harry Granger's going to step, gets the half a block from Sam Darcy, but he's able to get some yards. Looks like he's just going to be short of the first down marker. That's going to be a 8-yard
mark
reception.
him. Wait.
No, he's short. I think. Oh, wait.
I don't know where they're marking him.
They're marking him about a yard, half a yard short. Half a yard short there for Harry Granger. That's a good 9-yard reception there. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 1. Good screen pass there. Darcy makes one block. Darcy tries to make a second block, but defender comes through, steps in. Able to make the tackle there, Corey Reed. Kirk in at quarterback. Takes the snaps.
This Wildcat offense is pretty effective with Mitch's elusive capabilities. It's incredibly hard to defend against both. His ability to pass and then the additional runner from the QB level.
And so this is the start of the broadcast as well. Uni have the ability to put in whoever they want at quarterback. They've got 4 different blokes who can pass, but also as well, like you said, the Wildcat offense, you've got Kirk can go in at quarterback, you've got Nakora that can go in at quarterback, you've got all these different players that can go in and run the ball. Nakora back in at quarterback here.
And they're all effective. It's not just like we're doing it for show. There's a clear view.
Deep pass here from Nakora, looking for, is that who I think it is? Is that Harry Granger?
That's correct.
It is Harry Granger. I thought for a second they said number 9. I thought it was Keenan Mackett. Harry Granger with the touchdown there. Sydney Uni making it 34-0. Sydney Uni there with another score. And it looks like this one's going to ride off into the sunset here. This game is done and dusted there. Harry Granger with a quick slant route there, able to get up high, high point the ball, catch it, get himself into the end zone. That's what she wrote, as they say.
It's the thing that they're fairly consistently drilled in is there's no point in tackling someone into the end zone. So interesting to see the challenges that the defense is having stopping this Lions offense at the moment.
The Uni have converted the point after attempt. It's 35-0, leading midway through the fourth quarter, or just a bit over midway through the fourth quarter. I would say it's becoming a one-way road, Mitch, but I think that one-way road's already started. This one's going to lead all the way through to Sydney Uni winning another title. It's here again, very simply. Duffy trains for it all the time. She comes through, slots it through for a PAT, and that's it. They can move on. All right, Uni coming out here for another kickoff. Kicking it to the Rebels, left to right on your screen there. Little chip again. And it is now caught this time. Caught by, looks like William Evans there. And he steps out just over the 50-yard line. And it's going to bring up 1st and down for the North Sydney Rebels on the 51-yard line there.
Ready. Down. Set.
Wojna, he's stepping up and he's swarmed in the backfield again. That man, Jacob Giles, doing absolute work out there at the defensive end position, going through and making another sack and just causing absolute chaos there for the offensive line of the Rebels. That's going to be 2nd and 13 for the Rebels.
Incredibly hard position for an offense to be in a game playing from behind to try and make a score.
Yeah, he just blitzed straight past Tate Myers there. Tate Myers is actually a fantastic offensive lineman as well. So no discredit to him at all. I think, you know, it's a great matchup, these two.
Ready.
I think it's just difficult for Tate.
Down. Set.
Snap to Wojna. He's rolling to the right. Looks to pass it straight through and get to Blade Ruger, but that is knocked down there by Job. If I can pronounce that right. Akamamoy. I apologize, Job. I've ruined it. Amanamoy. Job Amanamoy.
I got you, Job. Don't worry.
Rebels here stepping up for a 3rd and 13.
Ready. Down. Set.
And that is, oh, that's caught. Oh, that's caught. Oh, wow. High points the ball there. Number 10, Sifa Tukutau.
Incredible play to put the ball in the right place on that.
He was able to get the 1st down there for the Rebels. You see he just runs straight down the field, stops, turns. He knows where the 1st down marker is. He knows that he just needs to get the 1st down to keep the ball moving, keep his offense on the field. He's able to make that catch, get down, and get a few extra yards from it. And that's going to be 1st and 10 on the 34-yard line.
Down. Set.
Deep ball here. There's no one underneath it. He was looking for Sifa, and it is incomplete. An incomplete pass here.
Consistent deep ball attempts are starting to prove an issue in regards to the defense being able to get under them. Be interesting to see what their options are if they abandon that type of attack and pick something more intermediate.
Here we go, 2nd and 10 for the North Sydney Rebels.
Set.
Pass
Leads
again
off
for
the edge.
Wojna, and it's a little shovel pass, and it's dropped again by Tanaka Giacomo. He's just in his head today. He needs to shake off the cobwebs, get himself back in the zone. Dropped a few today.
There's a lot of pressure coming up the inside that makes those inside pitches incredibly challenging. I think the consistency of training for some teams starts to show in these circumstances.
That's right. He broke off the block, and JT, Jonathan Tamanavalu, came through and almost put a hand to the ball, but I think there was a bit too much pressure there for Giacomo to make the catch.
Down.
3rd down.
Set.
Deep pass here, and it's overthrown again. He was looking for Orlando Carr out here to the closest side of the field here, close to your screen. And we got 4th down, Mitch.
Yeah, they're going to go for it. I'm interested as to, you know, how to settle down the quarterback in this circumstance. They're experiencing just a little bit too much stress, and he hasn't been able to settle in off the back of it. When Lucas is comfortable, he's an incredibly talented quarterback, being able to, you know, stay in the pocket and make the required throws. But at the moment, the pressure that he's received up until this point is going to put him in a tough position.
Go!
The Lions D-line's incredibly talented anyway.
Deep again, Orlando Carr overthrows. It was in the hands of Keenan Mackett. Keenan Mackett dropped it. I think it's a, what would you call a tactical drop there from Keenan Mackett?
Yeah, it wasn't much of an advantage to take the turnover at that point. Yeah, it was. It's much better to take it from where the play started versus intercepting the ball at that point.
That's right, and that's going to be a turnover on downs here. Sydney Uni Lions bringing back their offense out, and it looks like they're going to be 1st and 10 on the 33-yard line. Yeah, Keenan Mack there, he's a stalwart of UCID. Been around since
Adam was a boy.
That's right, since Adam was a boy. So very tactical thing for him there. Now we've got a new quarterback in. Got the backup quarterback, Elliot Ryan, stepping in for a few plays. Looks like they've brought in the backup quarterback and a backup running back. Still got Sam Darcy and Harry Granger closest to your screen here. Split out in twins. Snappy and handoff to '49, I believe that was Jacob Feeney, wasn't it? We have a 2nd and 10 here. The tackle was just made back at the offensive line of scrimmage. And a handoff here again. Clock is still running here. It's leading midway through the 4th quarter. Winding down to what will be the end of this game and the end of the Gridiron New South Wales 2022 season. Sydney Uni will topple over the Rebels here unless I'll be sorely mistaken and the Rebels can mount an incredible comeback. So it's going to be a handoff again. Oh, and draws them offside. And we have whistles and plenty of laundry on the field here as we have flags thrown from everywhere.
Looks like a laundry shop, Chop.
That's right.
Yeah, offside with contact, number 51 of the defence. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Offside with contact. It's going to move the Lions up just a little bit closer to getting that 1st down there. Ball slung. Sam Darcy takes a catch. And he's tackled just over the 30-yard line, about the 26-yard line there, and that's going to be a 1st down Sydney Uni Lions.
I got a soft spot for this number 10.
Elliot Ryan?
Yeah.
I think it's the first time I've seen him take the field
I'm excited.
all season, so good on him. Looks like they're bringing off all their starting receivers as well. Granger coming off. And it looks like they're going to take a knee. Clock hasn't been running for much longer, has it? Interesting to understand this concept. You're taking a knee. This with this much time left in the fourth.
I don't think that clock's accurate.
I think it may have been running for a while. Might be looking at the end of the ball game here, ladies and gentlemen. Sydney Uni Lions just going to kneel this one out and take what will probably be their 20th championship. And here we go.
And
There's
that's
the whistle. That's the game, ladies and gentlemen. Your 2022 Gridiron New South Wales Waratah Bowl champions are the Sydney University Lions, who have toppled over the North Sydney Rebels 35 points to nothing. Mitch, I guess I can ask you your thoughts, but
It's hard being right, Chock.
that's right. That's right. I called the Rebels at the start of the game, but Sydney Uni have toppled over the Rebels, and they've pretty much dominated the entire game on both sides of the ball, offense and defense, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Jacob Giles proving an absolute monster on that defensive line there, and we obviously have Mitch Kirk on the offense, killing it for them, making some incredible runs, being elusive as ever. So congratulations to you, Sydney University Lions, your Waratah Bowl champions for 2022. I think here's where we leave them.
I think that's right. And look, Chock, at the end of the day, the real winner is football, let's be honest. Who isn't here to love a game that involves, well, what this game involves?
That's it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll leave you with the presentation. But as always, my name has been Chock. My broadcast spot here has been Mr. Wallner. We appreciate everyone so much for sticking around and watching it. And I want to say also a big shout out to Double Take Sports for some incredible production here today. We'll leave you with some highlights here and obviously film with the presentation. But as I said before, if you are interested in playing Gridiron here, make sure you contact Gridiron New South Wales through their Facebook. There'll be plenty of people who'll be able to point you in the right direction to the club that would take you. Any club will take you. Come down and play, come down and enjoy. It'll be good fun. But yeah, that's it. So
That's all, folks.
That's it.
Have a great night.
peace.
thank you for every single moment. Guys, this got me through a really, really rough couple of years. Being part of the Lions. Sorry, I promised I wouldn't cry. Guys, this has been, it's been a tough time. COVID, my business failing, not sure about the future. The only thing that I could rely on was my family and you guys. Yeah? Showing up to work, you guys working with me towards this goal. Remember the first meeting we had, and what did I say the goal was? To be standing here together right now, hoisting the Waratah Bowl trophy. That was always the goal. Guys, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Enjoy this moment with your teammates. You guys did this. You guys did this. All right, boys! Big cheers for Coach Hefner! Hip, 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 hip!
Happy birthday, Hip! Happy birthday!
Hey, like that red 20, okay? Hey, look at it. Where's over here? We gotta break it out. Hey, we gotta break it out. Break it out. 30 more breaks. Hey, weird kid. Probably for the very last time. Yeah, that's all coming together except for Matt. Getting close. Yeah, no. Everyone get tested. Ready! instead of going. Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Now can I call up Jonathan Hepner, please?
Ooh. That was fun. Can everyone hear me? Yeah. All right. First, to the Rebels, guys, what a Cinderella season. And I know just from speaking to your president and your coaches and some of you guys what you went through to even get on the field. You know, going from having to forfeit a game for not enough players to being here in the championship game is truly a testament to the spirit of your team. And you guys should be absolutely proud. I want to say that again. I understand if I was in your shoes, I would not be proud right now. But you'll look back on this season and be very proud of what you guys accomplished. Absolutely. And you gave us one hell of a run there. So, great job, guys. To my guys, this has been probably the longest season of my life. You guys have put in so much work, gone through so much adversity. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud that all of you got to step up and make big plays. I'm gonna miss you guys. Yeah, I'm gonna miss this team. Just don't forget what we talked about in pregame. Yeah, guys? Yeah, learn from the past. Yeah, prepare for the future. Perform in the present. Yeah, take that with you, guys. And just one more thing, guys. I just want to say a special thanks to my coaches, Josh, Nate, Jason, Mackett, who literally had to listen to me, I don't know, 24 hours a day for the past 7 months, send them random diagrams of trick plays that we should install, or defenses that I thought looked really cool on YouTube. I appreciate all the work you guys put in, yeah? Guys, give a hand to your coaches. These guys put in so much work. Hey, and finally, guys, look, it has been a really hard season for all of us, okay? It's been a tough season just getting it off the ground. A big thank you to the boards, brother, to all of you guys for what you guys did this year. Thank you so much for putting in the work. Yeah, I really do appreciate, you know, we could have not had a season. You know, without the work of a few special people, getting this off the ground, it might have not worked. So thank you guys for getting this going, okay? Yeah. Hey. Enjoy each other, yeah? Let's all celebrate together afterwards, yeah? Beers are not on me. Go on. I don't have a job.
Two more things to do. Again, thank you to the Rams for coming out, supporting GNSW. I hope we have a really long relationship to do things. Vanessa here is ready to give out the MVP award. Woo! That's kind of sexy.
Yeah, I'll take it.
And you know what? I love this because it's going to a defensive player. Number 99, Jacob.
Hey, you can take it back and get a Josh, a 99? No, do you want a Baker Mayfield jersey? We can get you one. Jordan.
Yeah, we need you. And Job. Need you. Do I have to?
Okay, guys, and without further ado, to the offensive and defensive captains.
Hey, guys, we're going to go right over here and we're going to get a team photo. Now, before you guys all get out of your gear. No, I think they have to set up like